Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Fire here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys the full free West Coast offense ebook, and I'm just going to be in the gun bunch pretty much for all these plays. So yeah, I'm going to be going over a ton of these plays, so just make sure you stay tuned for the full setups. So the plays I'm going over is wide receiver post, Z spot, deep attack, mesh post, stick, deep corner, verticals, corner strike, and the halfback draw as well, but not really for too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and set my audibles. You can pretty much do whatever prefers to you, but since I'm just going to be going over every play anyway, I'm just going to do this in order. So that's my audibles for now. And since I'm on the left hash right now, I'm going to want to have this crosser route heading to the right, or the strong side. So I'm just going to come out and random play on defense, and here's our setup right now. So what we want to do is put A on a streak and just motion him over. Pretty simple, just like this. If you want, you can just streak A from the other side and motion the drag over. I like to run it like this. I want the high-low read with the post over the middle. So hike the ball, and we're looking, see the drag, and the crosser's wide open. Boom, hit DeAndre Hopkins, and that's an easy gain. Boom. So just like that, I'm going to show you guys a couple more times here. That cross route actually looks a little different just because it's DeAndre Hopkins. If it was a regular receiver, as you see, I flipped the play. It's a normal crosser just because Hopkins, I guess, is an X factor. He gets sort of a different crosser, I guess. Anyway, run the setup again. You can run it reverse if you want. Put your slot receiver on a streak and keep your tight end on a drag if you want, but you obviously kind of want the faster guy running the drag. So, and it's also nice in the bunch, you have that running back on the right side, so you're able to roll out to the right and make the read. So hike the ball, boom, we're looking, boom, drag open, take it. And for this formation, you kind of want your best guy in the slot. You want a fast guy. Let's say your best guy's Marvin Harrison. Boom, he's fast, he can catch. He's pretty much the perfect fit. So last time, here's our setup. Hike the ball, and we're looking. Have the crosser wide open. Hit it, and that's an easy gain of yardage. A lot of people who are defending against gun bunch, if you've defended against gun bunch, you know you're not really thinking about the crossing routes. You're more worried about verticals, corner routes, post routes, drag routes, and this can catch, that wide receiver post can catch a lot of people off guard. So yeah, that's the post. Now I'm going to show you guys the draw. The draw is pretty much a simple setup. What I like to do is just pinch down for my pass protection. Not that it really matters. Motion Hopkins in, hike the ball right there. As you guys see, this isn't really a run you want to spam. It's not the best run you want to spam a dive or a toss or something. This is usually for bunch players. You're just going to run the draw to get on a hash mark, because you always want to be on a hash mark in the gun bunch. So if he kicks it out of the end zone, I'm just running this and making sure I get to the left or right. Or and sometimes it can turn into a little bit more space, as you see right there. Boom, got 10 yards, and I also got to the left hash. So that's a strategy that you're going to want to practice. If you running gun bunch, just practice your vision out of the draw. Try to read the hole like that, and you end up getting a couple yards, sets you up a little bit better. Alright, so I'll show you guys one last time. Just motion Hopkins in, hike him right there, and boom, instant block shed, but we still got to the hash, whatever. Now I'm showing you guys Z spot, and we're going to want to run it to the other side for this. We want more space for the corner route to streak read. So I have a couple of different setups. This is going to be my first setup. It's just going to be put B on a streak and put X on an in route. You have the high-low with the corner and the flat, and then you have the X route late over the middle. If everything's boxed and he's using over to the right, you can low ball that to DeAndre Hopkins. So here we go. Boom, corner route, wide open, and just bullet past that. Pass lead upfield or pass lead to the right. And if you pass lead upfield, you have a better chance to turn upfield with it. And if it's sort of a more congested pass, just pass lead to the right or to the outside and set yourself up for that possession catch. So here's our setup once again. X on an in, streak B, and hike the ball. Boom, man coverage. I'm going to hit X over the middle for that dot. And for some reason, I just love throwing in routes. I put a ton of in routes in my scheme. If you're more of a fan of the slants, then you can do that, obviously. But anyway, that's pretty much my first setup. Very basic. I'm going to show you guys a more complex second setup. So streak B again, put A on a drag, and put X on a comeback route. So here's our setup, and you're going to want to motion this B route out all the way to the outside. Don't hike in motion, wait for him to be set. And yeah, here's our setup. We have we have one high-low read, and then we also have the corner route. So you're going to be looking to which side he's not using. Usually he's going to use that corner route. He's going to be expecting it, and you will have that drag to comeback route. If it's man coverage, you have the comeback route that kills it, especially with DeAndre Hopkins there. So I'm going to hike the ball. We're looking. Boom, dump it down to A. And some easy yards. You want a fast tight end there, so you can be able to pick up yards. George Kittle. You can also put your running back at tight end if you want for a little bit faster player. And the tip to do that is just putting your receiver, actually, I don't even know if it works anymore. You can just put your receiver at fullback and sub him in. Anyway, here's our setup again. Motion B out, and this is looking like a man coverage look, so I'm probably going to have X open. And it isn't, but we do get the corner out wide open there to QT. And yeah, so those are my Z spot setups. Going to go ahead and come out in the last play in this set. It's going to be deep attack. For deep attack, I like to run it like this with the X receiver out there. What you're going to want to do is smart route X to make that post a little bit more shallow. What I like to do is just streak A, put RB on a curl, and just keep B on an in, or usually I just drag him. So here's my full setup. We're kind of looking for the post. If it's not open, we have the drag to curl read. So hike the ball, boom. Had it be wide open, but guess Deshaun Watson wants to throw off his back foot. That's actually something that's kind of frustrating in this year's game. I'm just trying to back away from the pocket, not throw off my back foot completely. Anyway, here's our setup again. Smart route X, put A on a streak, put RB on a curl, and drag B. You can also put B on a slant if he's running spamming man coverage. If he's spamming man coverage, run something like this. You have two man beating routes. You have that post that should also beat man coverage well. Anyway, I'm going to run it like this. Here's our setup again. Actually put B on a drag. Motion snap it. Boom, throw that X route. It's a very tight window that you're going to be throwing to. And I actually don't really run this play too much. Just on occasion, it does a very good job of beating cover 2. And it can just destroy because of how it's not too deep of a post. You can get the ball off, actually. So here's our setup one more time. Boom, B wide open outside X, but we have tons of space for that drag route. That's why you want these fast guys that can just kill out of man coverage. People are spamming it. So I'm going to go ahead and come out in our next set of plays here. We're going to be moving into some more complicated schemes here, or complicated route combinations as we move on. So stick, mesh post, verticals, and deep corner. Going to come out in this stick right here and random play. So our stick setup's pretty simple. What I'm going to do is smart route B and streak RB, put X on it. You can keep X on that slant, or you can put them on in. I like the in routes, like I said, but anyway, this B route is a little bit faster. You will see later in the video we have that corner strike setup. Obviously that corner route's a little bit slower. It beats zone. This one beats man, and you have him on the outside. You can motion snap or keep him. Usually I keep him. Just run it like this. Boom, A's covered. You see how bad he just destroyed man coverage on that play. That's why this play is so successful. There's not really too many corner routes that are super fast out of this that you kind of like to beat man coverage. This is one of them, so this time I'm just going to keep the slant. Going to actually motion him out a little, hike the ball, and boom, low ball X. You see he gets open against the coverage because that streak clear out kind of helped us a little bit. So again, smart route B, streak A, and this time it's looking like man. I'm going to keep the slant, hike the ball, B. Oh shoot, he actually kind of stuck there. Usually he's not going to stick. You want to throw it on break, I guess, for this route. Maybe wait a little bit. But I'm going to show you guys one last time here. Boom, smart route B, streak RB, and in X. Hike the ball, we're looking, A's covered. Boom, pass lead to the right, and that's an easy dot. Destroys a lot of coverages, and they're going to have to use that, which is going to lead Hopkins on the slant. You might also have the flats to take. And yeah, now we're coming into probably the best play out of the formation, mesh post. This is the play that you see the pros spamming and whatever. For this setup, not really going to do much. All I'm going to do is streak A, and I'm going to motion Y over and put him on this out. So you want a flat route. You have the two drags as well on the post. We're going to be looking for the post, though. It's going to destroy against a lot of coverages. Boom. Right there. You guys see I also had the tight end probably open. That was sort of a wacky coverage. Not exactly sure what that was, but you can also just run it stock like this. You don't need the clear out route. I kind of like it because it makes the post route a little bit easier, but I can just run it like this and have success. A, wide open. Dump it down in the flats. And easy. So the computer's actually playing a couple of wacky coverages, but let me assure you that this play does destroy against cover 2, cover 3. So hike the ball here. Boom. X. Wide open. That post destroys against man coverage, as you saw right there. DeAndre Hopkins just destroying him. I'm going to show you guys my other setup again. And you also have the two drags. So if he's playing a purple on one side and a hard flat on the other, you're going to be able to hit one of the drags. You also have that wheel late if you're going to roll out to the right. That could get glitchy with the post route. And you obviously have the flat. So this is just the best in every world. Obviously, if you're running it like this, you can do that. You have great concepts. You also have that clear route that helps out the post a little. And you have the two drags. You can put Lamar Miller on a wheel if you want. I just like the out route. It's a little more crisp. And yeah, so hike the ball. Boom, we're looking. We have RB, B, hit them, and boom, turn up field. You guys could see that was actually probably not the best read. That was a pretty good coverage, but I can just sit here and hike the ball all game long, and I'll destroy against bots. No, they're just not going to know how to cover this. Like, I've been able to just run this, spam it all game, and people just can't stop it for whatever reason. As you see with the fast guys, just can destroy it. And yeah, that is why this is just one of the best plays in the formation. Just sit here and call hike. You'll have a receiver wide open like 90% of the time. Between the drags, you can obviously just put someone on a slant if you want to beat the man coverage. You also have the drag and the wheel. Blah, blah, blah. I could sit here and all day and come out with the route combinations that will work for this play. Just a unstoppable stock play. That takes us to another one of my favorite plays. It's going to be verticals. We have a couple of different setups that you can run. I obviously have my personal preference. One of the setups that I would run is just this. You have a ton of put your running back on a streak. You have the X route. If it's a cover 2, it looks like he's going to beat him. Look, he's pressed. We also have the combination he's going to be using on the right side, that wheel, and you might have the running back streak open off the bat, and you obviously have that right wheel that destroys against man coverage. For some reason, it's kind of weird this year. You can't like snap throw that wheel route. You'll get a quote-unquote inaccurate quick throw, so I'm just going to show you guys that real quick. Look at the bottom of the screen. Actually, that wasn't, for whatever reason, it didn't show up, but a lot of the times it does show up where it says inaccurate quick throw. I'll try to get it to pop up. Boom, right there, inaccurate quick throw. It's where he's still going to the outside running his wheel, even though he's wide open. Your quarterback loves to overthrow him. But yeah, so I'm going to show you guys my main setup I like to run. It's just going to be a very simple setup. We're going to keep the two wheels and just put Hopkins on an in route. We have just a ton of route combos. Here it looks like man coverage. I'm not going to motion snap that. I'm going to wait. Boom. B's going to get wide open. Pass lead up, and that's going to be a touchdown. This play is very good. Literally, people don't know how to cover it. A ton of people just will sit there and run coach suggestions until they figure out how to stop it. Boom, A gets open now. And there's pretty much going to be a receiver open like 90% of the time, like I said. If your opponent wants to come out in man coverage, just motion that wheel route out like this. And if he's in man coverage, I'm going to run something like this. Put RB on a slant, put X on a slant, 2 slants. You have the wheels as well. Boom, hike the ball. And so frustrating, the inaccurate quick throw. I had A open as well, but for some reason the timing on that is just very weird. Anyway, we're going to have B wide open again. A right off the bat. Actually covered well on that, but you guys, if you've run bunch, you know how to run verticals. You have your personal setups. This is just mine. You're going to have people open a lot of the time. RB this time. And a lot of times I actually like to aggressive catch rather than possession catch, because if you aggressive catch, you're getting a falling down animation a lot of the time. You can avoid hit sticks over the middle. You guys saw I just avoid any type of a hit that would have a chance to be laid on me just by aggressive catching. Boom. Even not, you get a sort of protection animation that looks like he's trying to cover up the ball. Alright, that's going to take us to our next play, deep corner. This is one of my personal favorites out of the formation. You have that that post that I love. I love this post that Fuller's on. You're going to want to run it to this side as well. And if you're not really going to have too much time, what I like to do is just put Hopkins on a regular in. I know I've been doing that all for every single play setup, but it works for me. It's effective. And there's another adjustment you don't really need to make, but just motion Fuller out, because if I don't, they're going to end up like hitting each other, slowing each other down. It can mess up the timing. If he's using that, then he like gets a chance to come out, and if you throw it before they bump, then you're just going to be throwing a pick. So you're going to want to motion this guy out a little bit, hike the ball, and boom. A wide open, dump it down to the flats, and just pick up my yards. This play does a very good job of beating man coverage as well. It beats cover 2, cover 3. You can just hit the flats. And yeah, this is a great play to spam as well, like a mesh post. That was actually a pretty bad read, but we end up catching it. Probably should have lowballed that, but it's whatever. Just gonna come out and run the play. You guys can look at my reads. For whatever reason, he dumbed out, but I'm just not making good reads for whatever reason. Gonna show you guys a couple more times. Another setup I like to run is this. Just streak him, drag X. Simple setup. You're gonna clear out that post right a little bit more. Here we get a man coverage look. Touch past that, and we end up getting the rack ag. That's against the linebacker, so I would expect him to beat it. But if he's running man coverage, that's definitely not a fast corner route. Although it looks like it is, it's not. This stick route is way faster. But yeah, this play is very good to run stock. You have a bunch of good route combinations. And here's the streak one again. Boom. RB, pass lead to the right, and possession catch. Alright, that's going to be it for my deep corner setups. I'm going to go ahead and come out in the last section of setups, I believe. So we got corner strike, and that's pretty much it. You can obviously run any of these plays if you want. Spacing is a good red zone play, so I guess I'm just going to show you guys that. And yeah, so for corner strike, I'm going to come out in a cover 2 first, because this play just absolutely kills cover 2. I can pretty much just put a streak on the field and run it stock. You guys are going to see. Boom. B wide open. That's literally a touchdown. I have a full breakdown on this play on my YouTube channel. Go check it out. You guys will be able to see from the thumbnail. It's just titled cover 2 beat or something. Anyway, for my full cover corner strike setup, I usually just don't run it like this. I motion in Hopkins, put him on a curl, so you guys see You have that flat to curl combo, that's very good. Then you also have the high-low on the right side, so you have 2 high-lows. Pretty much just read whatever side he's using, and you can attack the other side. So boom, highball that, and it's inaccurate, but I was just completely looking on the left side just to try to hit it. We probably had the right side open as well. Again, running my setup. B is going to be wide open. Throw it over the top. Didn't even have to pass lead there, and it's still a touchdown. Corner strike is definitely slept on, I think, in a gun bunch offense. I don't think it gets as much love as it should, but you know, we also have the cover 3 beater out of this play, so I'm gonna try to show you guys that. I'm not sure if it will work. You need a high throw power, and sometimes it just doesn't work. But this video is on my YouTube channel as well. Just cover 3 beater, and you should be able to find it pretty easily. What I like to do for this play, max protect, put X on a drag. Boom, simple setup. You're gonna motion full route a couple steps, hike the ball right there, and roll out. And we should be able to pass lead to the right and burn it. Yeah, like sometimes it's glitchy if they're in a curl flat, sometimes it doesn't work. You can try to make this corner out a little bit deeper by smart routing it, but I'm not sure if it makes too much a difference. If you want to see it actually work, go check out that video on my channel. But the fades are just pretty trash this year. It worked with the super fast receiver, Tyreek Hill, Mahomes combination, but yeah. Here's the setup. Once again, we'll just run it against cover 2 or cover 3, see if it works. We should have the flats wide open. Boom. Just try to hit it, but yeah, you guys pretty much get the full gist of this. Gonna show you guys spacing. This is a red zone play I like to run. Usually just run it like this and hike the ball. You should have a low ball open, B wide open. So if you're in the red zone, you're just reading the field, reading the user, reading the coverage. Should be able to make a simple read. Boom, B again. It's just going to be B against the cover 3. That's just how it is. Probably have the flats open as well, but just sit here, run this play if you want, anytime you want. Boom, can low ball X, even because of that hitch to slant combo. Anyway, that's going to go ahead and do it for the video today. There's obviously some other decent formations out of this playbook, but the gun bunch is just the main thing. If I wanted to, I could easily just do something like this out of coverage and throw a dot, but I get sacked. So yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, show your support, and drop a subscribe.